Hello, I'm Roger Bisbee from the Skill Builder channel, and I'm back with another tool test, and it's another Panasonic tool we're looking at. This is their little brushless impact driver. It packs a lot of punch actually for a tiny little impact driver. You'll have seen this kind of design with the flat end in other makes. Panasonic, it's nice, it's actually got a lot of rubber around it grip wise, you know, it's quite unusual in that respect. But the other thing that's unusual in it, I'll just take this battery off charge here. So in this particular test, I'm going to be using this 5 amp hour battery, but you can also get a 3 amp hour battery. Now, I have a lot of arguments with people about this, because when we did our impact driver test with all the different brands, we used different size batteries. We had a lot of quite irate people going, this test is absolute nonsense. You're testing it with a 3 amp hour battery and you're testing other ones with a 5, and that's not powerful enough. Well, in actual fact, I'm sorry to tell you that you're wrong. Panasonic, Hilti, all these people have told me that that amp hour doesn't actually make any difference to the amount of power it delivers. And the reason for that is that the torque is not produced through the motor by the battery. It's produced by the anvil, which knocks the hammers around inside there. So the torque is not a question of just sort of grunt torque, if you like, drive torque. It's being tapped around, rather like if you were tapping a span around with a hammer. So the speed of the motor is the thing that produces that torque. So if you look at this little button at the bottom, you can see we press it once, we get slow, medium, high, and then we get something called dash, and then we get the tech screw setting at the top. So obviously if you're driving in a 4-inch screw or something like that, you'll need it on that high setting, but if it's a small screw, you'll use the low setting. Now, the next one up there is the dash. Now, what's dash, you might wonder? Well, dash mode basically just means it dashes. It doesn't have that speed control. So what it's doing is full speed ahead with no limiter. The tech screw setting, a lot of you will be familiar with that. That's when you're using a self-drilling metal screw, if you're fixing in sheeting or something like that. The first bit where it's spinning and making its own self-drilling hole into the metal is done very, very fast. But of course, as soon as it gets in there and it's going into the host material, once it's drilled that hole, it needs to slow down, otherwise it would just strip the thread off a screw. So that second bit is where it slows down, and it does it absolutely automatically. So if you're somebody who's putting a load of self-tappers in, you'll know all about the tech settings. So this is a lovely, what they call smart brushless motor on this, which is basically, it's giving you all those different options that I've just been through. That's their phrase, smart brushless. As I say, you can use it with a 3 amp hour battery or the 5 amp. With the 3 amp, it's a little bit more compact, a little bit lighter, but I suppose for most people, you'd use it with a 5 amp, which you'd also probably use on your Panasonic drill. Of course, you've got to remember that Panasonic are manufacturers of batteries for a lot of different people. A lot of different brands are using Panasonic cells. So what they don't know about the manufacturing of rechargeable batteries probably isn't worth knowing. I'm Roger Bisbee. Thanks very much for watching this. Come back and see us soon. And of course, this one won't be on it, but if you want to see our impact driver showdown to see how the various brands performed, that's still available on our channel.